Unlike the preceding session, the 9th National Assembly was inaugurated with little controversies, as the ruling party took serious interest in the leadership of both chambers. This is because it blamed the constant face-off between the executive and legislature in the 8th Assembly on its failure to take charge. But then, this was seen as a major setback for the legislature.
Everybody thought one party was witch-hunting the other party, and that dragged the nation down. But I believe that this time around, things have been gotten properly. You can see.
With the much expected cordial relationship between the present executive and legislature, many assume this is an opportunity for the lawmakers to excel. Aside from the annual budgeting process, the lawmakers are expected to champion bills and motions that will address challenges of insecurity, unemployment, economy, abject poverty, and education.
So we want to see a budget process that starts and ends within 3 months between September and December, so that we go back to the January to December budget cycle.
To do oversighting and to do effective representation. In the representation, what the legislature will try to do is to protect the interests of its constituency, which I have done very well.
Who is determined to move this country forward. So we are determined to work closely with the executive of the government. We are also going to be very serious with our oversight functions, but at the same time, we always believe we find a common way, ways of working closely together.
The vexed issues of revenue generation and sharing through federalism, which are enshrined in the Constitution, are also on the agenda. The amendment of the Electoral Act, which will help in repositioning Nigeria's electoral system, is not left out to avoid the usual fire brigade approach to the amendment of the Electoral Act. Nigerians have been clamoring for an early start.
The issue of restructuring is number one. The issue of state police, which falls within that ambit as well, is a major issue on the Nigerians' agenda, which somehow, the National Assembly, the senators, must all combine together in the interest of this country to ensure that we put in place a lasting legacy in terms of governance.
The Petroleum Industry Bill, which has been a subject of controversy for almost 2 decades, is still a bone of contention. With the efforts of the 8th National Assembly, Nigerians are still waiting for an appropriate law to govern the petroleum sector.
Mr. Senate President and Mr. Speaker of the House of Rep should come together, and of course to make sure that the interest of Nigerians, first of all, before any other person, the interest of the general public is paramount.
The 9th National Assembly has its work cut out for it if the lawmakers will surpass the successes of their predecessors. One thing is certain: Nigerians are tired of mere paperworks. They want lawmakers who will walk the talk. Shade Omonisaye, AIT News, Abuja.